Rarely does a game fail as never has a game failed as cataclysmically as this game has, where not only does it shut down within 48 hours of launching, but the studio announces they are shutting down within 48 hours of their prior announcement. This truly is the gift that keeps on giving. How the day before went from Steam darling to disaster. The day before studio shut down, game pulled from Steam. 1 week after the day before launches, Fantastic closes its doors for business. The day before studio seemingly attempts to scrub itself from Steam by changing back to its 2017 name amid review bombing campaign of its entire catalog. And that is more or less what we're here today to discuss. Although this one right here, this is probably one of my favorites. The day before dev, after being called out for hyping this game up and this being the end result, after being called an absolute disgrace to the video game industry, how they respond will go down in history. Shit happens. Yeah, I know. Wow. That is a professional response from a professional company. Now, as a quick recap of what happened, the day before launched, and the launch was bad. My wife, Mrs. Stix, did a video on it. The day before is broken. Why I refunded the day before after only 2 hours. The game got review bombed on Steam. This was entirely warranted. Shortly after that, Fantastic, the studio that has been hyping up this game, announced that it was closing. This seemed like an overreaction at the time. Why would you shut down your studio after some negative press? This is something that you can recover from. Now, in between being review bombed and announcing its closure, they actually had all their videos removed from YouTube. After announcing their closure, they decided to nuke their entire website, destroy their YouTube, remove their Discord, and the CEO, Edward Godavatavastev's Twitter account. The next day, the day before, got removed from Steam. Then the publisher, Mytona, decided they were going to issue refunds to all players, which brings us to where we're at now. Now, before we delve any deeper into this monstrosity, I want to take a moment here to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely incredible, and I cannot thank you all enough. I really do appreciate all of your support. Now back to the video. The day before, developer changes name on Steam despite announcing that they were shutting down. A survival game called The Wild 8 received a backend update, as noted on SteamDB, which changed the developer name. Since 2017, the dev for The Wild 8 has been listed as Fantastic, but as of yesterday, it has been changed to 8 points, sparking speculation that the studio simply changed its alias despite claims of shutting down. And given their lack of morality, based off of this reply right here, shit happens, after trying to hide their trailers from viewers, from players, after nuking everything from the internet, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Navigating on over to the update history for The Wild 8, you'll see that on the 11th of December, 3 days ago, the developer was changed from Fantastic to 8 points. Up until that point, the developer had been listed as Fantastic. This is very suspicious. This is very shady. Looking at the Wild 8's reviews over on Steam, they have gotten a lot of negative reviews as of the last couple days, and I understand why that is. Review bombing is very prevalent amongst the gaming community. Players, they felt scammed, they felt betrayed, they felt abused by Fantastic in the day before, so they lashed out by review bombing all of Fantastic's games. And you know what? That is deserved. You're a scummy developer that abused your players and their trust, so you deserve this. The Wild 8 has been removed from Fantastic's dev page, leaving only Radiant 1, Prop Night, and the day before. However, you can still find the Wild 8 supporter pack listed on Fantastic's page, so not everything has been updated yet. 8 Points dev page, meanwhile, lists the Wild 8 as its only game so far. There's a Reddit thread over on the PC Gaming subreddit with 610 upvotes that details this and discusses it. Stranger still is that 8 Points is not a new company. Back in 2017, the studio announced that to celebrate the Wild 8's launch, it was rebranding. Developers of the Wild 8 are proud to present their new name, Fantastic. During the whole development process, the team has grown up both in experience and the amount of people. And previous name 8 Points was mainly about the first 8 developers who started it all. Our new name, Fantastic, stands for breaking the boundaries and art of imagination. I bet I bet they didn't imagine this reception for their first big blockbuster game. They are our main tools in making the Wild 8 you'll enjoy. So we know that Fantastic and 8 Points are one and the same. As for why the developer changed its name back to a handle it hasn't used in 6 years is unclear. No, it is very clear. The Wild 8 is, or at the very least, was a financial success for them. If you navigate on over to the Steam page, you'll see that there were thousands of positive reviews left. So if 8 Points were to release another game, that game might be a lot better received than if Fantastic were to release that game. It's also worth noting that Fantastic's socials are being wiped en masse. All of its YouTube videos are gone, its Instagram and Facebook accounts no longer exist, and its TikTok library has been cleared. The only active social media account left is Twitter, making the entire saga even strange. Yeah, they are trying to obscure everything, hide everything that happened, and they're trying to remove themselves from the public eye. Cowardice is yet another shortcoming to add to a list, an overwhelmingly large list of already existing shortcomings. The Day Before will go down in history as one of the biggest gaming failures of all time. And with this in mind, do not be fooled by their shift in name. They're the same people, the same studio, and it is unlikely they're gonna change. Now, if The Day Before and this whole saga is of no interest to you, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be more up your alley.